is Eddie Sand, and I'm here to tell you about the power of thinking big. It's a real powerful source of strength that we all have. And unfortunately, we'll get caught up in the daily life. So why am I telling you this? All right, so the reason for this is what I want to do with you today is a very simple exercise, and I believe it's going to be a reminder to you to make sure you're using the power of thinking big. It's within you. And what happened was that my friend and mentor, we had a conversation over the phone, and we're just talking. Actually, we were talking about multiple things, and having just a discussion, just catching up. And all of a sudden, he says to me, "Hey, pick up a pen. This is important right here. This is important." He says, "Pick up a pen and paper." Now, excuse me. When he said that, I immediately thought. First of all, I was in my living room in my couch, and I immediately thought, "Oh yeah, I just go ahead and type it up on my phone." He's like, "No, no, no, no. Get an actual piece of paper there. Get a notepad and get a pen." I said, "Okay, I'll do it right away." And he started asking me some questions. And this is the second thing. The questions were very simple. However, because I had not practiced the power of thinking big, I got caught up. It took me a little bit to think big again, right? So we started talking. The questions were simple. We're like, okay, where do you see yourself, 5, 10 years down the road? How many houses do you want? How many places do you want to live in? How many cars? What type of cars? How many vacations are you going to take? And so here is an example. This is an example. So when he said about vacations, I said, "Oh, like two," and he's like, "Just two?" I'm like, like my brain was like, he's like, "No, how about three?" I said, "Okay." And that's what he said. He's like, "All right, so how much do you think you going to be spending on those 3 vacations a year?" And here's what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking I already kind of had the vacations, and I'm thinking an average, like for example, that we went away for a week, and sometimes we've gone for a month, and average, right? 10 grand, I said. That's what I said, like 10 grand. And immediately he caught me. He's like, "No, what? 10? No, you got to do more. You got." And so he increased it to 50 grand. I'm like, "Oh." And I said, "Per vacation?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." You know what I'm saying? So examples like that, right? The power of thinking big. It took the conversation that I had with my mentor, who obviously is way ahead of me, okay? But it took the power of that conversation and him asking the simple questions to make me think big. So at the end, what I thought was my income goal on a monthly basis, it doubled, like quick. It doubled. And then we worked it out to see what is it that I needed to do to reach that goal. So I want you to understand, you need to practice this. All right. Get yourself a piece of paper and a pen and start jotting down what is it that you want, but go big. Go big. And again, it took someone who's already doing it to convince me not only to think big, but to know that it's possible. So I would recommend you doing this type of exercise again with someone who is far ahead of you. All right. Use a coach, a mentor, a friend, someone who's already living the lifestyle that you want, but is way ahead, and that they have not only experienced it, but they have that belief system and lifestyle. You want someone like that because you need that extra push to get you where you want to be. Cool? All right. Hey, listen, I thought I'd share that with you because, again, it was an experience for me, a breakthrough, But also, after I finished that conversation, I thought to myself, oh my goodness, like I used to do this, but you get caught up, and then I just didn't do it often. And this is very powerful, and I really hope it changes your life. And if you like what you just heard, please share this video. Go and help someone by reminding them about the power of thinking big. Cool? All right. Listen, if you want to know more about what I do, I always like to show you. You can always visit my website. Okay. And you can sign up for free lessons that, you know what? This is some of the lessons that I actually include in this subscription. So go ahead, sign up, stay connected, and let me know how your world is going to change by the power of thinking big. I'll talk to you later. Have an outstanding week. Peace. Subscribe, like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff here. I appreciate that.